this the opportunity to kind of talk to the channel community through your platform. See, as far as the year 2016 calendar year, in case if I have to talk about, or maybe the financial year 16-17, it's been a mix in terms of India wanting to go digital, demonetization, another thing. But if I look at it from the long term, see, the vision is very clear from the government, and idea is digital India. So digital India cannot be fulfilled with the help of without the help of a technology. So we see it's a great opportunity. And from the growth point of view, besides maybe few months when there was a change of sentiment because of the demonetization, otherwise we have seen vis-a-vis the market, I think so we have probably grown better than maybe whatever been the market conditions. And for the year 2017, it's an interesting time because our both partners, which is Intel as well as AMD, are launching a new platform, so which is going to be giving the user more performance at an affordable price. And when it comes to matching the platform with our motherboards, we do feel ECS will have an edge on that. That's as far as the motherboard business is concerned. Coming to the mini PC, last year we got our mini PC BIS certified, and we are seeing a lot of traction because of that. The first thing which a lot of customers these days ask, oh, your product is BIS certified, we'll be happy to sell, because that gives a lot of confidence to the user, or maybe selling to the end customer, especially if it is government. And we launched a lot of range of the product on a mini PC, not just one product. So 16 was a decent year considering whatever may be the market dynamics, and 17 definitely is looking promising with the vision which government is having and the consumer also wanting to invest or spend rather. Any business would have definitely a challenge. So some of the challenges which I always feel for a technology platform or a technology selling. So when it comes to an enthusiast segment, they are aware of the technology, but that percentage is very small in India. And when it comes to a normal consumer on a mainstream channel, the competition is cutthroat and maybe the awareness is less. So our role and responsibility towards developing this particular channel or maybe developing this particular platform is to educate at every level. So we spend a lot of time in educating the channel partner. We definitely use your platform to reach out to the partner, talking about the product differentiation, how the product can be used. We never talk of features. We want to talk about advantage and benefit which this features offer to the customer. So challenges would always be there, and we work towards overcoming those challenges. But largely, as I mentioned, bottom line, enthusiast market is small, which understand the technology, and the mainstream and the value market does not understand the technology beyond a point. And we have channel partners going in the rat race of selling whichever is either lowest in terms of a price or maybe giving them the better margin instead of looking at what is good for the customer. So that I think so we can overcome with engaging more with the partners with the help of your media, as well as reaching out to the partner directly. Okay, so traditionally DIY market has kind of seen a decline, not just in India, worldwide. In fact, in India, the decline is slightly lesser. The good thing, in case if I may say, as I'm going back to the digital India, and the second thing is in the education, a lot of emphasis is being given on the computerization and other thing. So because of that, we feel that's going to be one of the growth, the government and education. See, because enterprise and corporates have already gone for a computerization, so they will probably every 2-3 years or 3 years they're going to change. So nothing new which is going to come. The new growth which likely to come is definitely from the government and the education vertical. So these are the two vertical. DIY market, there's a great opportunity in the education vertical because MNCs are reaching out, but India is a vast country. So if you go to a very small town, it's practically sometimes impossible for an MNC to reach out and sell. So the local system integrator can assemble the machine, and that's the DIY market, which can cater to the end customer like a institute. See, first is we want to educate the partners about what are the products we have and in what vertical this product can be sold. So that's one thing which we do. We just don't sell that, okay, this is my product, it's available at this price, go and sell it. We say that, okay, this is my product, this is the feature, and this is where you can pitch. These are the vertical which you need to work on. So any product which we launch, we talk about which is the target segment. Okay, so we have a product catering to consumer, we have a product catering to enthusiast, business. When we talk about the motherboard, and gamers, enthusiast is gamers. And when you talk about the mini PC, we have a product for a consumer, basic business application. We have a product for a specialized application, industrial grade specs like 4 COM ports, for using in automation. So we sell our product by giving the target segment to the partner where it is to be sold at. So see, ECS as a company, when you talk about the channel business, we have Rashi Peripheral as our national distributor with a 52 location presence, and they also are our service provider. So probably I can boast and confidently say that we are the only brand when you talk about the component side, which is the motherboard or any other components, offering services in 52 locations in the country. Number one. Number two is, in terms of adding the channel partner, so we are very clear, we want our partners to be profitable. So we would never get into a place or a situation where somebody will come and try to give us an extra commitment and say that, okay, we are not looking at a short term, we look at a long term. So the addition of the partner is going to be based on the product, the segment, and the target segment which these partners will cater to. So as to give an example, in a city X, we know that, okay, we are doing fairly okay on a motherboard and maybe we are doing fairly okay on a mini PC, but in case if I want to target, say, a segment where a partner is selling a solution to the banking, and I don't have a partner who's taking care of that. So we will do the expansion based on the vertical, like banking, finance, because that is where the mini PC could be sold. Or maybe a segment like, somebody who is participating in the tender. So we help them with a necessary specification, authorization to participate in the tender. So we would expand based on the demand of the market, not undercutting our existing channel and spoiling their margin. We want to grow with the partners, and obviously we want to grow in the segment where we are not present in. Okay, so fortunately, as far as motherboard is concerned, online contributes to a very small percentage of the business. So we don't even focus on, we don't even encourage partner to go and sell online. When it comes about mini PC, as a strategy, we want to be present and online just to reach out to some of the consumers, but with a very clear strategy that when we sell this mini PC, so we track up to the last mile, in the sense is from a distributor, which is the partner who has bought that and who is the end customer for that. So if we know that, okay, and we strategically work with the online player owners like, Flipkart, Amazon or XYZ. So we work with them and we clearly tell them that, okay, these are our official partners, and to these official partners we give them a mandate that, okay, you are going to selling at the MRP, or maybe on a certain promotion time we want to support with something clearly. We communicate that, and then we offer the similar support to our conventional channel also. So we have not come across any conflict with the online versus offline. Both channels are equally important, but largely for our business, almost 90% of the business in terms of the revenue, including motherboard, comes from the offline channel. Obviously, this is my brand, so I'll always talk positive about it. But your data and some of the other your so-called colleagues from the different media company have also done this survey and come back with probably a feedback saying that, okay, this is the best performance and the best support. Now, why I'm authentic this with the necessary confidence and data is, for the last 8 years, ECS is the only brand where the service provider have been constant, only one, which is Rashi Peripheral. You can cut across all our competition, or maybe forget on the motherboard, but even on the other platform, every 2 to 3 years there will be a change of a service provider. Why that is needed? Probably 2 reasons. One is maybe that partner is not performing up to the mark, or maybe the price which is being asked by that partner is not affordable to the company in terms of doing the service. So this could be one of the 2 reasons. But for us, we have maintained, and as I mentioned, 52 location, no competition, Motherboard brand at least can boast and talk about. TAT, we talk about the least in the industry, and the failure also is probably amongst the least in the industry. So, GST is definitely going to fuel the growth of the PC industry. Okay, probably the next big growth, which was been missing for the last about 2 to 3 years. Why? It's very simple. Is everything has to become, like everything will be taxable, or maybe it will be transparent. So even to an extent, is maybe a pan ki dukan would also need to be having an invoice or maybe a device where all their transactions are being captured. So they would need a device like a PC. Okay, could be a laptop or could be anything else. So we feel mini PC from our point of view would be the right fit, because it's such a small thing. Most of these shops are not air conditioned. So, mini PC can work in a non-air conditioned environment, does not occupy much space. Energy is the biggest issue. You will have a lot of frequent electricity cuts. So you can't say that, okay, no, this thing is not working, I can't give you an invoice. They cannot shut down the business and go and come back when the energy comes back. Obviously, you'll keep the energy backup, the power backup. So the power backup will be needed less when you're using a product like mini PC, because its overall power requirement is very, very less. So we feel with GST, we would see definitely a big growth in our mini PC business. So we work on a monthly basis, or maybe on a certain volume commitment. We come out with a back-end program for channel partners. On and off, based on the festival season, we do come out with a program like a gold coin or maybe some lucky draw or a voucher. Right now, I think so our focus is probably to let this GST be implemented, and subsequent to that, we'll look at a program for our channel partner.
Thank you for watching this video. Also, please subscribe our page and like us on social media to help us in reaching more people. Till we come up with our next video, goodbye and take care.